Hi.
Are you right? Sorry for the delay. I was installing the app on my new computer. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me well?
Yeah, I can. Hear us?
Cosima? I can hear you, Steve.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's good.
There you go. Now it works. Better.
Hello, girls.
Hi.
Now
Are you all right?
yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you.
Good.
All right. Let's get started. We're going to do half guard today. All right. So half guard when you have the cross face. We're going to do 5 positions when we are in the half guard with the cross face. Let me mute for now. Right, I'm gonna try to do as best as I can with my partner dummy. So half guard, we're gonna start with the hips down. So let me put the other side. So if you have your dummy, just pass the leg around, then the other one on top. It's like a triangle grip. And I have the cross face. So let me do the other side. Guys, tell me if this is the best angle. Just try to get the best angle where you can see my legs and my grips. All right, triangle position with the legs, cross face. This time my hips is down to the floor. I could be with my hips up. This time my hips is down. So the other leg, I'm gonna open my leg. So you see tip of my toes here with bottom leg, in case I'm gonna breathe up. Okay, so that's one thing about here. So the first couple of techniques, I'm gonna use the lapel. So I'm gonna open the lapel and pass to the other hand. So this way I can put more pressure on my opponent's face. My legs locked, so what I'm gonna do this time, I'm gonna pull. I'm not gonna push the knee, I'm gonna pull, right? So the top leg, so the far leg should be on top, the near leg at the bottom. So I'm gonna pull the top one up, so I create a little gap, and then I have 2 options. One, I can use the bottom leg here to hook or to kick. Okay, so I'm gonna start bringing my hips as far as it can go. I'm gonna go backwards. So I can use tip of my toes to kick. Then I free my leg. Or I can just lift my hips up, then put my foot on top. So this I push down, then I take the other one. So the bottom stays until this goes up, and then I get side control. So 2 techniques, so 2 ways to escape. Triangle the leg, pass the lapel to the other hand, drop your shoulder on his face, pull the leg up, hips back, either you kick, so use tip of your toes to kick and take the other one out, or you put your foot on top, then take the other one out, get on your knees. All right, let's try this too. Pull. Nice. Move your hips back. Good. Very good, Steve. Are you feeling unstable, Cosima, when you do that? Are you unstable?
When I do the hip lifting one, I'm not fully stable.
All right. One second, I cannot hear you. Some problem with the computer here. The voice is very low. What did you say?
I'm unstable when I lift my hips up.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this technique, it's if you fight with someone bigger, it will be a bit difficult. So I wouldn't recommend to do that with someone bigger than you.
Okay.
So, yeah. I know as soon as you did it, I felt that you were a bit unstable.
Yeah. I'll let Bunny do it then.
But there will be another options for this case.
Okay.
All right. So you see, when you use your foot to try to take the other one out, you get a bit unstable. So as I said before, it's if you fight with someone bigger, it's a bit complicated to do that. So in this case, the option one, you'll be better. So the option one, it's when you just start, you keep moving your hips back. So you have the cross face, and pass the lapel, pull the leg up, and then you just keep moving your hips as far as you can go. When you lift your hips to do this, you see it's very narrow your base. If the person is strong, we'll definitely turn you over. So I will just push the hips back, and then I use the bottom leg just to kick. So I just put kick and step back. Because in case if the person decides to breathe, in order to breathe, this will have to open, to step on the floor and breathe out. But I'm holding the leg. So as soon as the person breathes, I step out. Okay? So just one tip when you use this one. And now the next technique. So put this up here again here. I'm gonna keep the cross face. So keep the cross face, drop the hips down. Tiptoes on the floor. Now I'm gonna bring my hips up. All right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start walking forward. There'll be a lot of pressure here on the face. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna slide my knee across without moving the head and without let go your grips. Okay? So you slide your knee across, then use your foot to kick, then you turn. So your body is gonna be like twisted, all right? So start with the cross face, Then tiptoes on the floor, hips up. Then I walk up as much as I can, turn, slide the knee, but keep looking to the other side, push. As soon as you free your leg, you can turn and get side control. Let's go. Good one. Guys, look at here, 1 minute. Just to show this, the two options of the knee slide pass. One, when you change the grip under the arm and you move your head to the other side, and the other one we just did, keep the same position. So let's just alternate and practice both together. So it starts the same way with the cross face. The first one, I open my grips and I just hold under the arm. Okay, so one I keep the grip here under the arm, the other one I open and hold under, so I just get the material here under the arm. Okay, so I'll open, I get the material so I can use my hand to base. The advantage of this one is to open your arm and have a good base. Because when I come up here, the base is narrow, so I can use this grip here to base, right? So then I'm gonna switch. So then I go under, then my head moves to the other side to the knee slide. That's the difference between keeping the grip and open the grip. So if I keep the grip, I keep my shoulder, keep my head down. So I just move my hips up, move the knee across, and kick. The other one, I open, hold the arm here under the armpit, and use the hand on the floor. I come up. When I move my hips up, I switch the grip under, move my head across, pick up the other arm, then I pass. Okay? Let's do a few times this one.
Cesar, we're wondering, what's the purpose of switching the head when you get that underhook?
What's the purpose? It's just, I think it's just preference. No, it's difficult to do the one when we keep the cross face. If you don't have a good base pressure enough on the head, when you do this, imagine that this hand here is across your face. It really bothers you, this grip here. And when you do this, the person normally gonna push and you might lose the balance. So not everyone can do this. So it's better, it's more stable to do the one that you let go. So if you're here, when you switch, you kind of improve your base a little bit. So it's just preference.
Okay, thank you.
Let's do another option, guys. So my advice in regards to your question, if you can do the technique, the guard pass with the cross face, it's better. Because if you think about every time you open your grips, you give space. So it's an opportunity for your opponent to escape. So if you can keep the pressure, if you can keep no space, it's less chance for your opponent to escape. So when I'm side control here, I try to, before I start moving anything, I lift the head, the bottom hand here, go as deep as possible, put the grip. So I try to do without let go my grips. As I said, this one is very hard to deal with, this arm, because the person will be pushing the jaw, the chin, trying to get the underhook, and it's very hard to keep this grip here. But if you can do all the techniques here, it'll be better. So what we're gonna do now, it's one tip to deal with this arm. So I'm here and I see the person pushing a lot with this arm. So what I'm gonna do, I hold under the armpit for a little bit, then I open the lapel, and then I pass the lapel over, right? So then I trap this arm with the lapel. Okay, my head is still low, so imagine I'm here, the arm, just gonna bend the arm a little bit. I'm here, so I lift with this arm, get the grip on the armpit, keep my head low, pass the lapel over, then I switch the grip. So now the arm is strapped. Okay, so now I can put this hand on the floor, and then I can lift my hips, switch, kick, then I pass. All right, so let's use the lapel to trap the arm now. Then you can use either the first or the second. So the arm is strapped, so I can lift, I can pass the grip under, then I switch, but there's no point to let go if you have the arm trapped, right? So hold it, now use your hand to base, come up. You either go for the mount and use the other hook to mount, or you can go across and pass the guard. So the advantage now you're gonna have your hand to base. Let's try. Or above the elbow, bunny, above the elbow, the lapel. So guys, look, usually when you do this one, so you try to trap someone's arm. Okay, so you only do this if this arm is across and is bothering you. So you try to trap the arm. So the person sees that the arm is going to be here trapped. Then take the arm out. So if the arm is out, that is when you switch to the underhook. Then you switch your base. So if you can keep them trapped, fine. Just move my knee across. The person take the arm out. You get the underhook. Then you move your head to the other side. Okay. So let's try one. You try to trap the arm. So you pull the arm out, and then you switch to the knee slice across to the other side. Yeah, good. Ask the dummy to take the arm out, Steven. Underhook. This will be a good pass for you, Albany, because you have long legs. You can you keep the cross face, walk as high as possible, and then when you slide your knee to the other side, you already have the far leg open. You understand? So you're here, so you start coming up, 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 and then this, you open this leg, so you have a really good base. Then you just need to slide the knee across.
Yeah.
It's bad. This position is bad for us, the small guys. You have long legs, will be good.
Cool. I'll try to remember.
All right, guys, let's do one more. It's we're going for the mount position, but now I'm gonna slide my knee across to the other side, the opposite side I start. All right, so cross face. So now this time I'm gonna keep the cross face, shoulder down, hips up. Again, tiptoes, start walking up. So you have your knee free, then you mount. So imagine that my leg's still trapped here. I'm gonna use the other leg to free my leg. Before I pass completely, I'm gonna hold the arm with my bottom leg, the arm which is behind the head. So I'm gonna move this arm up as high as possible, and I'm gonna grab under the armpits, but above the armpits. So my idea now is to trap the arm with this hand. If my grip is too low, the person here will be able to move this arm down. I should be able to trap the arm with this hand. So I can use the other one to base. So he cannot bring to the other side because of my shoulder. He cannot bring to this side because of this hand. Okay? And then I move my hips up and I slide my knee across to the other side to pass. And then I can completely with the arm triangle here to finish. So one more time. So I start with the cross face, then hips up, walk up, then go for the mount. Move the arm up, trap the arm with the other hand, and you open your base. Shoulder down, now hips up one more time, then my knee go across to the other side. Step. As soon as you pass, you cross the arm, gable grip, hips down, then you finish. Let's try it. Good. Push the arm across. Now face your chest down, bunny. And push towards her arm. Very good, Cosima. Very good, guys. I think it's enough for this hot weather. Did you guys do the previous class?
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh, that Steve's on another level of healthy.
It was good.
Was it harder than last week?
It was easier, a little bit easier, but I think because it's the second time we're doing those movements, so it's a bit easier this time. But yeah, it was really hard last week because it was the first time I did that stuff, and yeah, still struggling.
There was any new people there in the class?
No, unfortunately, no.
Just you two?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was good fun.
I think it's too nice out.
Now this week is going to be quiet, I believe, because it will be hot weather the whole week.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity for people to go out and go to the park, have a walk. So yeah, I understand there will be quiet this week.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
It's really good because it's kind of like, you know, I do a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but the kind of exercises Steve was telling us to do is just really hard for some reason.
It's very, very hard because of my joints. I had a surgery on my joints in my body. So it's like my arm doesn't extend, my leg doesn't bend properly. So when I was to do the techniques, I mean the exercise, the movements, it was hard for me. I explained to him, I gave him a call because he said, man, I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do your class.
I can see how it might help with knowing how to base a little bit better.
No, you see, I like the movements. I'm sure, you know, if you do, you know, a lot of these movements, you'll be more flexible, more agile.
Yeah.
The exercise is very strong and flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a yeah, he's like an athlete, yeah, kind of real athlete, yeah, kind of. I thought I was quite healthy, but then you see him do all those kind of exercises, like, okay, there's levels on top.
Yeah, I think it's better than do loads of weight training in the gym, because if you lift too much weight, also is bad for your body, and that's how I damage my body as well, because I used to lift too much weight and it was bad for my joints. Those kind of exercise that you just use body weight, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because I used to, because when you look at pictures of like b-boys, they're like built dancers and b-boys. They're built like a machine. You know, if you just take off their shirt, they look like a kind of something that's on a magazine. But I can see why now. You know, definitely see why they build that kind of body from just dancing.
Yeah. Really cool. Yoga, even yoga, there's some exercise that I cannot do it. And I see those skinny person doing easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, just control of your body.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna leave you there to enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you. Really enjoyed the techniques. These were nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a good evening, guys.
Bye bye.
Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao.